Let's talk about the Renaissance. No, not that one, but I'm talking about the Bengali Renaissance, also known as the Bengal Renaissance. This was a cultural, social, and intellectual movement in Bengal in primarily the 19th and 20th centuries. Named so for its parallels to the European Renaissance, or Revival, this movement had a transformative impact on Bengal. It laid the foundation for the definition of the modern Bengali identity, balancing both tradition and modernity. I think it's important to set some historical and geographical context for this as well. The movement started in the 1800s and wrapped up around 1930, meaning that India and Bangladesh, as states we know today, didn't exist. This all took place in what was then known as the British Raj. What of course did exist, however, was the region of Bengal, which began united and in 1905 was divided by the British into two parts for what they claimed to be administrative reasons. In reality, the British divided the region in an effort to stifle Indian independence movements by dividing people on religious lines. Yet another instance of them executing divide and conquer. The movement was centered in Kolkata and it was led by a vibrant Bengali middle class known by a term you may be familiar with: Bhadralok. Although many iconic figures were involved, Raja Ram Mohan Roy is largely credited as the leader of the movement. He worked on Hindu religious reforms to phase out traditions like child marriage and sati. He promoted education for women and encouraged rational thinking. We reached new heights for Bengali arts, literature, and theater. We saw poet and Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore write what would go on to become the national anthems of both India and Bangladesh. We also had legendary novelist Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, also known as Chatterjee, write his most famous novel, Anandomat. This book sowed the seeds of revolution amongst many South Asians. Also involved in both religious and social reforms was Swami Vivekananda. In the sciences, Jagadish Chandra Bose and Prafulla Chandra Roy made pioneering achievements in chemistry, physics, and botany. There are countless other brilliant and revolutionary Bengali leaders like Qazi Nazrul Islam, Begum Ruqayya, who we've done a video on before, Rash Bihari Bose, and countless others who I haven't mentioned in this video. All of their work was extremely consequential. They handcrafted the modern Bengali identity, they empowered women, they lit the fire for nationalism that would eventually lead to freedom, and most importantly, they executed all of this so well that Bengali voices were brought back to the global stage. They also laid the path for those that would follow in their footsteps. Institutions in Bengal like the Hindu College, the University of Kolkata, and the University of Dhaka were founded during this period. A vibrant Bengali press was established with newspapers like the Amrita Bazar Potrika. This video barely scratches the surface of all the legendary figures, moments, and products of the Bengali Renaissance. For some of you, all of this may be basic foundational knowledge, but I know for a lot of you, some of this may be completely foreign, and that's okay. Consider this video the first part of a series where we're going to take our time and dive deep into the most important people, places, and events of the Bengali Renaissance. Make sure you follow so you stick around for this series and the rest of our content. Let me know what you're most excited to learn about in the comments. Thanks for watching.